Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Deal with D and J. I am your co-host, DJ McCatherine, alongside the wonderful, cool sweatshirt wearing Jacob Prail. Is it cold down there in Texas, buddy?
No, it was just cold in the office, and then I got home, and I did not feel like changing before recording, so I'm in this nice, comfy Baylor sweatshirt.
There you go. Go Bears, baby.
Sick 'em. I feel like Darth Vader, like when this thing's like fully
That
like
is a little high up there. Is that for like wind protection on the neck? Is that what
I
that's
don't know.
for?
Quite honest, like I look like Darth Sidious. I look like a Sith. I don't know, honestly. I kind of like it being this high. It makes me feel also a little bit like Oasis, little Liam Gallagher.
Okay.
He wears the parkas up here, so
Yeah.
I feel a little bit of a little maybe, a little Wonderwall right there. Listen, my parents tell me I'm a great singer, so I don't want to hear anything about it.
You know, my mom calls me special. I don't know that we got to go around
Well,
saying what our mom calls
my
us.
parents can't hear, so joke's on you.
All right. Yeah, that one always catches me off guard. Happy 4th to
Yep,
the United States of America and all of its
always
patrons.
best country.
Number 249. Jacob, how was your
Pretty
4th of July?
pretty good. Went down to Little Rock, Arkansas, Little Arkansas. Pretty good. Weather was great. Hit some golf balls with Kara, the girlfriend. Yeah, saw some family, watched some fireworks, had some hot dogs, had some brews, some bevies. Pretty good 4th of July. And all in all,
Sounds like the old American way.
has to be.
Well, it's been a slow couple of weeks. It's the dead of the off season. We went on break right after a just bum rush of NBA trades. And the 4th of July weekend was a magnificent one. We had a break and we come back and there is a good bit of news to talk about. I mean, we got reactions to the NBA offseason moves. The MLB All-Star starters have been picked. College football is coming out. We've got our top fives, college football entrances. And we have our MLB picks, mid-season picks. So
Mid-season
plenty to
awards,
go
yeah.
over, Jacob. Why don't we just stick with baseball here? One big subject line. The All-Star starters are here. Anybody that comes as a surprise to you? I know there are some names on here for me that caught me off guard. But any surprises off the top for you?
I think the biggest one for me is Javi Baez in the outfield over the likes of like Steven Kwan, a couple other guys that could have been it. Second base is a little bit of a surprise given how well Brandon Lau has been playing. Brendan Lau, I mean, those two jump off the bat for me on the AL side. And on the NL side, I mean, Ronald Acuna is an all-star after playing 35 games. Like, I know his numbers are good, but, like, James Wood is unreal right now, and he's played the entire season.
Yep.
And we're going to give I think part of that is because of, him being in Atlanta and the All-Star game being in Atlanta. I think that always helps to have a starter.
Right.
But I don't know. That was surprising. Freddie Freeman being a first base over Alonso is surprising, given Alonso has, I think, has more impressive stats overall. Vlad, I can live with, even though I would probably have preferred Paul Goldschmidt, but he's been slowing down a lot as of recent. Those were kind of the initial names that jumped off, the starters for me. And then obviously, I think everybody pitching-wise is a pretty good one. I don't think there's a single pitcher that I saw that, really jumped out to me of, wow, they really shouldn't be on here. But yeah, those were kind of my initial thoughts. Is like the starters are a big question mark.
I'm looking at the numbers here, and one that screams out at me is Mike Trout is the fourth outfielder in All-Star voting. I mean, not the best year that we've ever seen out of him. A very injury-prone player, I believe, coming back from an injury last season,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. But we talk about voter fatigue. This is the first time I've seen him this low, and I don't know if I have ever seen him this low. Now that I think about it, um, especially given Javi Baez as an outfielder is in front of him. Riley Green's had a phenomenal year, but he's up there. But the difference between Mike Trout and Aaron Judge is over three times the voters, or just about three times the voters, which is incredible to see. You know, um, Freddie Freeman was an overwhelming one at first base. But we saw on the NL side, you mentioned Ronald Acuna. Do you think that the fans need less of a say in who becomes an all-star because of things like Ronald Acuna only playing 35 games and being an all-star starter?
I think there needs to be like, I don't think the starters should be determined by the fan vote. I do think the fans should vote on who are all stars. But I like putting it up to a vote. Like nobody knows that. Like I know James Wood gets the love and credit, but like he's not gonna beat Ronald Acuna in a head-to-head vote. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like the fan bases are drastically different, and then like you look at the team. If the Nationals aren't good, you think everybody in the Nationals are bad. But the Nationals had what I think two All Stars. They had Mackenzie Gore, who's fifth in strikeouts, and James Wood, the outfielder, and C.J. Abrams. He was knocking on the door to be the second shortstop too, the second infielder behind De La Cruz. I don't know. I find it a little bit frustrating, a little bit about the way things kind of go. Um,
Right.
I thought Corbin Carroll could have been a starter, you know, but for the majority part, they get it all right. I do think the voting needs to maybe change, or how the starters are picked needs to change. Um, yeah, I don't know. I the pitchers, they got all the pitchers right. So I get a little confused when we get to, because the fans don't vote on the pitchers. They vote on the players. And it's like, it's weird. I don't know. I didn't like, everybody who should be an all-star is an all-star, but the starters aren't where they should be, you know?
Yeah. What do you think of Ramirez from the Indians opting out?
You mean Guardians?
The Guardians. Whatever.
Opting out of the All-Star game, I don't blame them.
Yep.
I don't blame anybody that wants to opt out, especially if you've done it several times. Like he probably has. Like I'm okay with it. Go take, if your body needs the extra 3 days of some rest, like at that, like that's fine with me. I don't blame anybody who sits out All-Star games, you know. The NHL has dudes sit out All-Star games all the time. That's why they went to the Four Nations format. But yeah, I don't hate it. I would love to see him play, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna throw a fit about it, you know.
Yeah. Okay. And then what if here, I'm trying to spitball some ideas for you. With the aspect of you thinking the all-star starters are questionable, but everybody that is an all-star should be an all-star. What do you think about the players voting on who should start based on who was voted in as an all-star? Almost like the NBA does it, right? You got fans vote in, and then you have team captains kind of pick who starts, but instead of picking who starts, you just
Yeah, I think it would be exciting to see maybe the top vote getter on each side determines the lineup, like
okay.
determines the order. Maybe determines the starter, but then you run into like bias there. right? They're going to pick their friends and their homeboys and whatnot. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't know. Like, Pete Alonso, I think, should be the starting first baseman. Like, again, for the most part, they got it all right. It's a little just like, I don't know what we're doing sometimes, you know. But everybody who is an all-star, like should be one. I think the only, like, yeah, I don't see anybody that got really snubbed. Everybody talked about Juan Soto getting snubbed, and I'm like, Juan Soto was a dog. He was not good for, like, the first 50 games of the year. And also, did you see this clip, DJ, of Juan Soto? He was like, yeah, man, like, you know, really would have helped getting that money if I made an all-star game. Brother, you make $48 million a year. What do you mean that extra little bit of money? Like, that's insane levels of greed. Insane levels. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't really like Juan. I don't think Juan Soto's like that great of a player anyways. Like, maybe that's a hot take. Again,
no.
he's good at the plate. He knows what to swing at and not swing at, but, like, I don't think he was worth $700 million. But
I don't think that's a crazy take. He is underproduced. You know, for the Yankees, he was in a hitter's ballpark. He could do whatever he wanted with, and he was hitting in the likes of Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Like,
also,
they had to bid their time to somebody.
Also, when's the last time you've seen a player of that generational talent get? He's been on, what, 4 teams, and he's only, what, 26? Like,
yeah,
you know, like, I don't know a guy in recent memory who is like that. Like, he played 4 years in the Nationals, 5 years as 4.5 seasons as a National, 2 as a Padre, half season as a Yankee, and then he's currently a Met. Like, he gets insane number of walks. He has great on base percentage numbers, right? But his batting, it hasn't been it. Batting .269. He, you know, yeah, we can look at it and say he have 21 home runs, but he has 52 RBIs. You know, 87 hits. Like, they're good numbers, but he's coming on as of late, rather than, like, he should honestly be like 20 home runs at this point is pretty good, but. Again, I think he's underproduced for what I would like him to be at. But the pitchers, they got all the pitchers right, and now this is the debate I really like, is who should be the starting pitcher on the AL and the NL side. Because you got 2 studs on both sides, potential Cy Youngs, right? Garrett Crochet, Tarek Skubal, or Paul Skeens, Zach Wheeler. Who's getting the nod for you?
Paul Skeens is mine for the NL. You know, his record. You need to look at the stats for him. He's arguably the best pitcher in baseball. Dude's an absolute stud. He gets robbed every time he's on the mound by the Pirates offense or lack thereof.
Yeah, I hate seeing Paul Skeens in Pittsburgh, dude. It's like having it's like having a beautiful Corvette, but there's no engine inside the Corvette. Like, it's.
I mean, 4-7, 1.94 ERA is an absolute crazy stat line. 4-7. 1.94 ERA.
But Zach Wheeler's shoving, dude. He had a complete game shutty the other night. Well, complete game pitching outing. He had like 12 strikeouts, 1 run, 3 hits. He gave up his only run in the 8th inning. Like, Zach Wheeler's shoving, dude. He's shoving. I mean, Paul Skeens is doing it consistently, but it's not like Zach Wheeler is far behind him. I think the greater conversation is Skubal and Crochet. Because Crochet has the better strikeout numbers. He's not too far off in ERA. and he, I think, leads in wins. I think he has 15 wins. I might be misquoting here.
9-4.
He has 9 wins. 9 wins.
And 10-2, 2.02. I think it's Skeens and Scooble on the mound. I mean, those are, in my opinion, there is only one win differential between Scooble and Crochet, but Scooble's your Cy Young winner from last year, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
And you've got Paul Skeens, Rookie of the Year, arguably should have won the Cy Young last year. Those are your faces of starting pitchers in each league. Those are the two who need the ball on the mound. Those are the people you need to have starting, and just get the game going. Get the teams fired up. Whether they go one inning or two, they both deserve the honor of starting. Zach Wheeler, like you said, shoving, Crochet shoving, but this league belongs to Skeens and Scooble at the moment, so they deserve the rock.
I guess segueing into that, let's do our, mid-season awards now, since we're already talking about it.
Take my segment away.
It's not your segment, it's our segment.
I'm sorry, you're right. You know what? I'm being a sore loser. Give me 3 seconds. Weston is whining at me.
DJ's only being a sore loser because he didn't realize we were doing mid-season awards until just now.
I did get a little confused, but, it's okay. Life happens. We pivot. We slide and drop. We hit the folks. Don't stop. And life goes.
I guess let's start with MVP, NL/AL MVP. My NL MVP right now is Pete Crow Armstrong. I think the way he has started has been nothing short of electric. He's going to be a 40-40 guy. And he defensively is also incredible out there in center field. What he can do on that side is incredible, right? I know Shohei is still putting up like video game numbers almost and doing really well. But PCA, I mean, I have to give credit to the guy who can do it defensively. I get Shohei starting to pitch again, but until I see some really consistent outings from Shohei of him pitching deep in the games and stuff, PCA is my guy, right? Doing it out in the field, doing it with the bat, 269 batting average. He kind of took a bit of a dip in kind of mid-June. He was swinging a lot of balls in the dirt. But again, 67 ribbies, 20 doubles, 95 hits, 23 home runs. Obviously, the home run numbers aren't going to completely jump out at you comparatively to Shohei and his 31 home runs look like. But when you watch it, PCA is the most electric guy in the field. And for the Cubs, he is incredibly impactful and would not be this team if it wasn't for Pete Crow Armstrong right now.
I think what you just said carries a heavy amount of just emphasis to it about if he's not on the field, how good is this Cubs team, right? Shohei Ohtani is the best player in baseball. Playing, like you mentioned, the key factor of him being back on the mound, that's what's going to win him the award. Again this year is him being back on the mound.
If he's pitching deep in the games, I'm talking 6-7 innings, because right now he's doing these quick starts of 2-3. He did 1 inning. I think he's up to 3 innings now. If we get to if we get to August, late August, and I'm seeing Shohei drop 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 earned, that's. I can't go against that.
No.
Right? But it's hard pressed for me to go against, even though Shohei steals a good amount of bags and all that. It's just when you look at it, PCA is just electric.
Right. And that's where, the term most valuable and the best player get tossed around. And that's where all the controversy starts because Shohei, like I said, best player in baseball. Right, doing literally all of it. And, you have Pete Crow Armstrong carrying this Cubs team, who I don't think anybody had real high hopes for. Had some talent on their team, but weren't expecting the amount of success. Pete Crow Armstrong was on not a single person's MVP watch list going into this
Yeah, I
season.
mean, he's broken out. Seiya Suzuki is an underrated guy. We're talking about all-star snubs, DJ. This guy was a snub. Like, Seiya's numbers right now are bonkers. Like, we're looking at 91 hits, 25 home runs, right? 261 average, right? 77 RBIs. Like, incredible stuff from Seiya Suzuki in his age 30 season after what he had was kind of a down year last year. Right? So, like, it's like he's already past, like, he's currently on a, like, best career. Like, he has the most home runs in his career right now. He has the most RBIs in his career, like, in a season. He's going to pass the number of hits. Like, it's unbelievable what Seiya has done. And this Cubs team has also found juice. Like, obviously we talked about PCA, but they also got Tucker and so on and so forth. But to me, again, just until I can see Shohei go deep, my vote's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong. Or unless PCA gets cooled off and, he's not a 40-40 guy and we're looking at 32 and 40, then I'm probably going to lean in the Shohei realm. But as of right now, I'm going to go with Pete Crow Armstrong.
The Cubs being a top 3 team in the NL right now, that is definitely speaking volumes to that too. And just the other impact that he has on the game right now. Unfortunately, I'm going to stick with Shohei until he proves to me that he has a weakness at the moment. I mean, dude, we mentioned that it's hard to go against somebody who's so productive and is the best player in baseball. 31 home runs, 58 RBIs, 279, and now you're getting ready to put him on the bump. Let's see what he's got on the mound thus far, just because.
I mean, it's like a sub-2 ERA right now.
You are correct. Shohei leads his team in home runs, RBIs, on-base percentage, hits. Let's see if I can figure out how many steals the brother has. He leads the team in steals with 12. I mean, he's doing everything that the team is asking him to do. And he's doing it to the highest level. I don't know why this is being so difficult for me. But, the downfall for him, if he doesn't make it, is going to be the fact that he's on a stacked team. But
that didn't stop him last year when he won either.
No, it didn't. And it's not going to stop him again this year. But if there was going to be something, it's going to be that, because the fanatics don't have the fatigue in voting for him as MVP, as others might, or people looking at it like, okay, Shohei is the best player in baseball, but is he the most valuable? There is a debate that he's the most valuable person out there, right? With his type of production and being number one on the team, how far do the Dodgers go? Like, there are not a lot of great names out there, but, would they pick up the production if Shohei wasn't? And that's a hard question to ask. So until proven otherwise. But on the AL side, very interesting race. Aaron Judge right now is the favorite, but there are 2, 3, arguably 4 people behind him that could make things interesting. No? You don't think so?
I don't think there's 4.
Well, Cal Riley is one.
Raleigh,
right?
Yeah.
Raleigh, whatever. Jose Ramirez on there. If he can stay hot, he could make a run for it. I think his downside is going to be that he plays for Cleveland, but you never know. Scooble could
Yeah,
be very much in that conversation. And to throw it could be a fun one out there is Bobby Witt Jr. Fans love him. Gonna
but it's
need to
not
see
voted on.
more.
It's not voted on by the fans though. It's voted on by the media.
I mean, he's close enough to make it interesting. If some things need to fall his way in order to make it happen. I'm just saying, he made it up there thus far. He could make it
I
interesting.
personally think it's a 2-horse race.
You
I
think
think
it's
it.
Raleigh and
I think it's Raleigh. I think it's Raleigh and Judge.
I think I think that is a very valid point, and I think that's what it's going to end up coming down to. But people like Ramirez and Scooble could make this a more interesting race.
Scooble's the only one that, like, if he continues to dominate the way he's dominating, he could get there with Judge. Like, if he finishes the year with a sub-2 ERA, like, he'll and, like, dominates down the stretch in, like, late August and September, like, he'll be in there.
Right.
Who's your vote? Who do you have?
I don't see people going against Judge. I hate the take. I hate the take that I have to pick Judge because that's who I think is going to win.
But it's not. But we're not doing who you think. It's at the mid-season point. Who is your MVP? It's not who you think is going to be done.
All right. That's better point. Cal Raleigh is my MVP.
Man,
I think the value that he gives to see. I know. I'm sorry. The mind's everywhere.
It's pronounced the same way as the city in North Carolina, my friend.
Cal Raleigh, got it.
I think I am inclined to agree with you, but for the sake of arguing against you, for the sake of having a show, I am going to take Aaron Judge. I mean, 360 batting average, 100. I think he has 100 plus hits already. He has 34 home runs. Like, name a guy who's averaging that and has that much power at the dish normally.
The average is hard to mess with. I mean, Raleigh is behind on the average by a good bit.
But again, I think Raleigh is like on pace to hit like 60 home runs, and like has a chance to really push. Like, I don't feel like I feel like this is what the great home run chase felt like back in like McGuire and Sosa,
right?
But that's what this kind of feels like because you have Judge and Raleigh going like toe to toe, hitting tanks. And
I think it's interesting that you choose that, being that for Crow Armstrong that's who your pick on the other side is. Like, I think it's just the same, but in reverse. Even for myself, right? I just think. I mean, they're both good points. They're not bad choices. They're not. Neither of them are.
I think the caveat, and this isn't to be like voter fatigue, is obviously a real thing. But I think also, like, when's the last time you've ever seen a catcher have 37 home runs before the All-Star break? Right? Maybe I don't think it's 37. I think he's at 35, but like still 36. Meet in the middle. Like, when's the last time you seen a catcher do that? Like Buster Posey, who's revered as one of the best hitting catchers of all time, he's not even close to any of those numbers.
Right.
I'm not even sure, like, Joe Mauer, like, really known for his defense and hitting, but like not a power guy. Like Buster Posey never even eclipsed 25 home runs. Right? And he won an MVP. Yeah. Granted, he was batting insane numbers. He had insane numbers outside of that. But still, like,
you ready for this stat real quick?
Drop it.
Who I'm going to ask you as a quiz question because the fun fact is going to be Cal Raleigh has the most home runs by a catcher by the All-Star break. Who and how many did the next player have? And when
Probably
you think back, go farther.
even farther. My first guess was Johnny Bench.
Oh, what a snipe!
I don't know the number of home runs though, but Johnny Bench was who I was going to go with.
I'm very impressed. That was a snipe and a half. Johnny Bench.
Don't test my freaking ball knowledge.
Johnny Bench with 28.
Also, when I said that, hold on. When I said that, it's also looking at my Johnny Bench Funko Pop that Drew gave me when he was working for the Reds.
That is insane. What a pull, Jacob. I am impressed, buddy.
Don't test my ball knowledge. I don't know the number of home runs, though. I don't know the number of home runs.
28.
Oh, wow.
So he smacked the record.
Wow. Johnny Bench was like that, man.
So he actually holds the all-time record for home runs.
Oh, dang, dude, he has 45. 45 home... Johnny Bench. He had 45 home runs and 148 RBIs in his MVP year. And he was 22 when he did that. Jeez.
And Cal Raleigh is looking to smash that. But different times, I guess. So let's move ahead to the Cy Young predictions here. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a battle between, like we said, for the All-Star starters.
Yeah, I do think that's a two-horse race on both sides.
Yep.
I think we kind of mentioned it with our starters, but do you have Skeens and Skubal? Yep, that's who I had. I mean, what more do we need to say than what we said earlier, right? Skeens, I think the only thing for Skeens to potentially worry about is if Zach Wheeler continues to dominate and he really puts some heavy numbers in between in other categories outside of ERA.
I think if Zach Wheeler gets to 20 wins this year, I think that Skeens could be in trouble.
Well, he's got
to be pretty consistent.
I mean, he's already got 25. He's got 25 more strikeouts than him already, essentially.
Wheeler over Skeens?
Yeah, he has 148 Ks and Skeens has 125 Ks.
I'm still okay in that realm. But you need to see wins on the board, and obviously pitchers can't do everything. But
it's Paul Skeens. What he's doing is magical. It's simply magical. And Skubal and Crochet, it's literally let the big dogs eat. Let them fight it out. I hope we get a Skubal Crochet matchup later in the year. I'm not sure if the Tigers even play the Red Sox the rest of the year. But if we get that matchup, I'm going to be tuning in because I would like to see that game. Crochet is shoving, Skubal shoving.
September 26th, buddy.
Yes, locked in.
The end of the season.
And that's crucial for probably the Red Sox making a little playoff push, potentially, at that point.
Potentially.
Yeah, I think, again, we both have Skeens and Skubal, so we beat the horse already during the All-Star talk. So who do you have for – I'll jump right in, I guess. For me, my NL Rookie of the Year, I'm going to go Hye-Seong Kim of the Dodgers. But it's only because Jacob Mizorowski he's only had 4 starts. But Mizorowski is, I do think by the end of the year, I think Jacob Mizorowski is going to be your Rookie of the Year. But for now, it's Kim from the Dodgers. And then the AL, it's Jacob Wilson.
Just an absolute stud.
Again,
for the A's right now.
Like we have to argue for Jacob Wilson, you're not. I don't think you're watching enough ball. Like what he's doing is simply unreal. I don't really see anybody else coming into competition with him, but he's injured right now. But yeah, that's kind of where my head's at is Kim and Wilson, but I do believe Mizorowski will win it at the end of the year. But
Okay.
I can't give the guy Rookie of the Year after 4 starts.
Yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I was thinking the exact same thing. I mean, Hyun Kim is really doing well for the Dodgers right now. Doesn't hit for power, but I mean, the second baseman. So, um,
I mean, he has a
but
327 batting average. I mean, he got to remember also, he hasn't played a ton of games yet either. Like, he's
right,
only played in 44 games. Like, they did the smart route of putting him through the minors, letting him get adjusted to some like American baseball and pitchers,
right,
and then has really jumped up. I mean, again, 826 OPS. That he has 33 hits, so he's nearly almost on a hit per game basis right now.
right.
Right, 327 average. The numbers will average themselves out when we get later in the year. Drake Baldwin was another guy I was considering, but like he has really cooled off since his hot start. Batting 274, he has 10 home runs, he has 48 hits. You know, he has the same OPS as Kim, but he's played in nearly 20 more games. So yeah.
No, going back to Jacob Wilson too. You said 9 home runs, 335 batting average. Um, you know, dude is just so productive, and he's really keeping. He's making people open their eyes back up to the A's. And it really pains me to know that that's where he's at, given the frustration that everybody has on that organization. But he is just an absolute stud out there, and so I hate to not get in an argument about it, but it's just the cold hard truth. You can't argue with it. So moving right along, we had mentioned that right before we went on our little leave for the holiday, NBA free agency officially opened, or the NBA offseason officially opened, one of the two, on July 1st. And we were just hammered with trades, signings, everything in between. So we're going to go out here and we're going to tell you what our opinions are of them. So let me bring these up for you real quick. Anything, Jacob, off the top that just, why are you smiling at me like that?
Because you're like, here we go, but
I'm on the wrong tab. I had it up, but I did all this baseball research, and so I lost it. NBA. Who is right now your biggest winner of the offseason?
I mean, I think it has to be the Rockets, right? Like, you added
Could be
Kevin
a big one.
Durant. You added Kevin Durant. You didn't give up any big pieces, right? Like, I don't see how it's not the Rockets. Like, I'm still so impressed with the trade that they were able to do to get Kevin Durant. And they didn't have to give up any of their, like, incredible young guys. They didn't have to give up Jabari Parker. They didn't have to give up, not Jabari Parker, Jabari Smith. They didn't have to give up Shepard or Sengun or Amen Thompson. Like, and you still got to keep Fred VanVleet. Like, you added another center and Clint Capella, just in case, Steven Adams has the injury bug towards the end of the year, which can happen. And you added another guy with length and Dorian Finney-Smith in the power forward slot. Like, I don't know how you don't think it's the Rockets. Because I just named all those guys, and it's just like, you're looking at this, and you're like, wow.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I think Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh, I was like, you're exactly right. I mean, there was only one right answer for this. There are some teams in here that I think made a lot of interesting signings. That improved their teams dramatically, as in the Atlanta Hawks. Made some great moves this offseason. One of the people on the downfall are the Bucks. Minnesota made some re-signings that were real important, but nothing has been as impressive as the Houston Rockets, as you mentioned. Where does this put them in the West for you? What boost do you think this brings them up to?
I think probably where they were this year. Probably again, I think second or third. Like I think it was solid before, but after this, like I think they can easily go compete with the Thunder and potentially come out of that conference on top. I think it's interesting the way they've structured this team, and I've really enjoyed this rebuild from this is how a rebuild should be done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they're doing it the right way. And yeah, you're gonna look at it and be like, well, they traded Jalen Green. I'll tell you right now, Jalen Green wasn't gonna be becoming any more than what he is after 3 or 4 seasons now with the Rockets. So they
right.
moved off that, and then they added in all these great guys, veterans, that help bring up these youngsters of Sengun, Shepard, Smith, and Thompson, and you get to play with Van Vliet, Kevin Durant. It's just so much depth and so much structure that I find it hard to see them not competing immediately with the Thunder, all things considered, if they stay healthy, to go compete for an NBA title next year. I think that is the expectation now.
I mean, as it should be.
You don't trade for a guy like Kevin Durant to not go win a title.
No, not at all. And for those trades for Kevin Durant, that's what the team that he's been traded to, except with the exception of the Nets, that he's amplified those teams to be. Like he led OKC. He then left for the Warriors. Warriors were automatic. They were contenders before, but put them at a whole new level. The Brooklyn Nets trade didn't quite work out, but this team, as you mentioned, they're the number 2, finished second last year. Great additions, and they should make the leap. Now, do you see them being the second, in your list of West teams, are they number 2? Do you put them above OKC and above the Nuggets? Or do you see them where do the Nuggets
probably not above OKC, because OKC didn't really lose anybody. I'll put them over LA. I'll put them over the Clippers. I'll put them over the Warriors. I'll put them over Denver. Even though I really like what Denver has done in this offseason, just in terms of how they're managing the apron and the tax and all this cap stuff.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think they're the second best team in the West, and I think they give OKC a real run for their money.
Okay. Going over to the East, I had mentioned a team in the Atlanta Hawks that made some real interesting moves this offseason. Obviously, let go of some key players, right? Capella, LeVert, Nance, Mann, Niang, Roddy. But they made some very interesting signings in Porzingis, Alexander Walker, and Luke Kennard. Did Agrees via sign and trade? So did they sign him and then trade him? Is that what that worked?
Yeah, sign and trade. Yep.
So when it says here that they added him, does that mean that
free agent pickup?
So they signed him to that 4-year deal and then traded him away. So he's not really
So wait, say the line.
So he's in the additions. And it says agrees to 4-year deal via sign and trade.
So he was acquired via a sign and trade. So he
Acquired
signed
via
with
sign
another
and trade.
So
Okay.
he technically signed with this other team, but they traded the contract to where the Hawks are.
Okay. So you add a great center in Porzingis when he's healthy, right? To assist Trey Young. Do you see this Atlanta Hawks team, making any sort of push towards a playoff run?
No, I think Atlanta has to answer a really hard question about themselves of is the Trey Young experiment going to continue? Because I think he's going to get his next set of money soon. Like Trey Young's making $43 million. Like
Right.
like and he's 26, but he's 6'1", a buck 64. I just you look at this team, they're just not equipped to make any type of push. Like adding KP's cool. Risha Share, I guess like we have to wait and see how he develops, right? But yeah, Luke Kennard, good move. Jalen Johnson, good move, I guess. Nikhil Alexander Walker, solid move. It just nothing screams to me that this is a competitive team, especially in a team like Atlanta. Like, yeah, you probably did have to pay Trey Young all this money because you never had a franchise player like this since like freaking Joe Johnson. But like, I just don't think the Trey Young experiment's working. You can't have an undersized guard who jacks up insane threes and puts your team in and out of games and lives and dies by it. I think you got to blow it up if you're the Hawks. Like the KP, like it's the epitome of mediocrity is thinking that it's going to get better when it's already going to be what it's going to be. Trey Young can't get this much better, right? I don't see him having a Jalen Brunson level resurgence of his career. Yeah, I think the Hawks low key kind of got to blow it up. Get rid of Trey Young. Find something new. Like, yeah.
Fair enough. Now going to the top of the East, and some big changes made there. The Celtics were the talk of the town before because they were going to hit a luxury tax unseen before.
They
Um,
were in a tax bracket unknown to NBA kind.
and so they departed, obviously, KP as he went to the Hawks. Drew
Yep.
Holiday went to the Trailblazers.
Yep.
But they added a couple of different positions. George Niang, Luca Garza, a couple people to offset their departures. Where do you see this Celtics team? Anthony Simons.
Yep.
Anthony
Simons.
Anthony Simons. Yes.
Anthony Simons. I
Where
think
where do you see this? Does this Celtics team fall? I mean, they're going to be without Jason Tatum for a good bit of time. Where do you see the Celtics team falling?
I don't think they fall. I just think they readjust how they play because instead of playing with essentially two small forwards now, you can probably play more of a true lineup now. You could probably go if you want to play small, like you can go Derek White, Simmons, and Pritchard on the court. But like I don't think you would want to do that with Brown and let's say it's Horford or Niang, right? Or maybe it's Luka Garza. I think the best starting version of this team that you see is probably going to be a combination of Derek White or Peyton Pritchard. I think Pritchard likes coming off the bench, so I think you're going to go Derek White, Simmons, Horford, Brown, and Niang probably in that role. Yeah, like the moves. It's hard to say how they all gelled together because Simmons shoots the ball really well in a pure catch and shoot situation. Derek White can run an offense. Jaylen Brown has the ability now to show us if he is legit now. And yeah, I don't know. I think they're really well coached. I think all the guys on the team are really well play really well together. So I like the way Boston is set up to attack the upcoming season without Tatum.
So you're not imagining that they fall.
No, not really. I liked, to interject, like I liked what the Knicks did. Right, you add some more depth to your team, like you add Jordan Clarkson, so you can add some more guard depth with Brunson, Bridges, Hart. Right, Miles McBride can get some more developmental minutes. Same with Cat, Mitchell Robinson. I think Mitchell Robinson, though, like I can't remember what happened with him. Like Landry Shamit's not bad. I'm not hating on what I've seen from this team. I'm just, again, I think the NBA will shake out the way it's needing to shake out. I'm still, again, very surprised at what Desmond Bane got. Desmond Bane went for 4 first-round picks, and, like, KD barely went for 1. Like, it's
Yeah.
I don't think we saw any, like, crazy barn burners. I think we saw a lot of depth signings. DeAndre Ayton going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
I just don't think DeAndre Ayton's, like, that guy. I don't think he's that good anyways.
Right. I think I do, I got a lot of flack. I got some flack, and I wouldn't say a lot, but I got some flack for the post that I made about it. But I don't think he elevates that team a tremendous amount. Like they did raise to the
No.
point where they did what they did without a center.
Yeah. Yeah, Weston, you want to tell us how you feel about DeAndre Ayton going to the Lakers? I don't think it does anything. I'm looking at like half these like signings, like Dante Exum is still in the league. Forgot about him. Spencer Dinwiddie, forgot about him.
Right.
Trey Mann, forgot about him. Like maybe that's me not being a true like hardo for the NBA, but man, that product is so bad. I don't have any interest in seeing all that. So
Well,
I think the biggest move, and it's probably going to be the most impactful, is Miles Turner leaving Indiana after that
I think
title run.
with the departure of Damian Lillard, that trade right there, I was like, okay, they need somebody that is a Dame caliber, and they need him now because they didn't
but
give
now it's
Dame
like,
a
who's
bad
gonna run?
option.
But now who runs the offense? Like Dame was easily running the offense, and they were pretty darn good at running the offense. But not only that, like the Bucks and Pacers like hate each other, and like I'm kind of surprised like he went to that side. Bro, I did not know Kyle Kuzma was getting paid $22 million a year. This man sucks. ESPN shows you their salary on the right now, and I'm like, wow. Like he's making more than Miles Turner.
Right.
Like I'm looking at this, and all the big names are all forward heavy. Turner, Portis, Prince, Porter Jr., right? Kyle Kuzma is a forward. And Giannis. You're going to tell me Gary Harris and maybe Andre Jackson are going to run your offense? They added Mark Sears from Alabama, so he could run the offense. He's done it forever, right? But, like, I don't know. Bucks, I think they're just going to be – I think you're adding another rim protector with Giannis and Turner. You're going to have some big boys down in the paint down there in Milwaukee. But if I'm Indiana, I'm a little sick to my stomach of Miles Turner has been a part of your franchise for how long, and he got taken away from you. And that's just the reality of this cap space. Plus bad ownership over in Indiana.
Very true. To leave off this NBA segment, Jacob, what team is desperate to make the biggest move right now?
Right now, probably none of them. But if you were to ask me at the start of free agency, it would have probably been the Lakers. I think the Lakers really, really wanted to get in on the Clint Capella or the Miles Turner sweepstakes.
Right.
And I think when all that changed, they were in such a desperate need of a center that they had to settle for DeAndre Ayton. And don't let the name brand fool you. DeAndre Ayton is not what we thought he is. I think he's going to be a good piece, but I don't think he's going to make them like title contenders in the NBA moving forward. Especially because LeBron's hamstrung this team a little bit now. Who knows where they're... Luckily, they have Luka. So, like, the franchise is Luka now and not LeBron. But
So what
I think that was probably the biggest team that needed to make a move was LA. Was the Lakers. And then probably on the East side, Milwaukee probably would have been my guess, too. Milwaukee would they had to make a splash, and they made it with Miles Turner, so...
Fair enough. Do you foresee LeBron staying with the Lakers? There's been a lot of buzz of him possibly going back to Cleveland, but
No,
it's all talk at this point.
I think he rides out this contract, and then he will feel if he has any more left in the tank. I just don't know if LeBron's going to want like a retirement tour, so it might be low-key just like he plays 82 games this year, and he's like, yo, I'm done. So we'll see.
Fair enough. All right. Moving on to our last little subject here. Our 5 favorites.
Well, no, we got QB rankings, remember? We got summer topics.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to.
No, you're doing a college football entrances. We could save QB rankings for another day. We've talked a lot.
No, we can do both. You said top 5 college football entrances.
And NFL quarterbacks.
Okay, we can do both. Screw
All
it.
right.
Screw it.
I was just thinking of some summer content. You know, we can always come back to. Just because the quarterback show came out on Netflix, and I was like, gosh, you know what we haven't done in a while, DJ? A good old-fashioned top 10 quarterback ranking of just hashing it out.
You know, I'm ready for it. It's spicy. It's a little spicy. I feel like 1 through 5, maybe
chalk.
1 through 4 are probably pretty chalk. 4,
right.
5, and 6, you could interchange either of them, but like
this is current.
7 through 10, right? Going into the season.
Yes, into the
season. You know, 7 through 10 is the most jumbled, the most scrambled you can have them. 4, 5, and 6 are ones you can interchange, but who's going first?
I'll go first.
All right, go first.
Are we going like pick, or am I going my 10 and then your 10?
Oh yeah, we can go pick and pick.
All right. 1-1. I have Josh Allen, best quarterback in the league. Just won the MVP.
Yep. Easy.
Number 2, Lamar Jackson.
I have Patrick Mahomes at 2.
Going into this season? No.
Going into the season, I until Patrick Mahomes shows me that he can't make the Super Bowl. Like I am picking Patrick Mahomes over Lamar Jackson, and that's my reasoning here.
Lamar just was in second in MVP votes. Like brother was right there. Some people say it was right MVP.
There, but missed out. So
well, then my number 3 is Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Going into this season, Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Who's your 3?
My 3 is Lamar.
My 4 is Pat Mahomes.
My 4 is Joe Burrow.
Is 5 Jalen Hurts for you?
5 is Jalen Hurts for me. Jalen Hurts is so disrespected in this list.
He is because he just won a Super Bowl, but it's also like you still have Saquon.
But you can't judge the quarterback for being able to perform in the environment that he's given. Right? You give so much to these quarterbacks that you think are better, possibly, not myself, but others that I know, love Trevor Lawrence. Swear that he's better than what it is, but it's the people around him that make him bad. Right? Well, it's the people around others that make him good. So Jalen Hurts being able to perform the way that he is, given the circumstance, he's just good. And it's unfortunate. But he's my number 5.
Number 6, I have Jaden Daniels as my number 6
I've got no
quarterback.
argument there. I think that's where I have him.
Wow. I thought that
Yep.
was going to be the most contentious one, was Daniels at 6.
Going into this season, he's got to be at the top for what he was able to do, and the
Yeah.
team I believe has only gotten better. It's going to be some scary times and some difficult times up in the NFC East.
Number 7, I have Justin Herbert.
Number 7,
Herbert.
no. I don't have it on the list. I just had it in my head, so I got to remember it. Number 7, Justin Herbert. I think
Even though I am the biggest Justin Herbert hater
you
on
can't
earth,
knock what he actually does.
I can't knock like the sheer talent that the guy has. Now, there's some people who project him as like a top 5 guy. He's not that. But I do think he's better than a significant amount of quarterbacks in the NFL.
I think I got to go Baker Mayfield at the 7.
Okay, well, my 8 is Baker Mayfield.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I'm a little concerned about Liam Cohen leaving and what that might do for the offense. But they still
Right.
gave him weapons. Like, if Chris Godwin and Mike Evans can't go, he has Igbuka and Jalen McMillan and Kate Otten and Bucky
And
Irving.
he's got oh my gosh, what's his name in the backfield?
Bucky Irving.
Bucky Irving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that offense should be good. I think my number 8, I got CJ Stroud.
So going back, I want to. Oh, go ahead. Give me Stroud.
Sorry, yeah. CJ Stroud is my number 8. I know he had an off season, but he had a still good season, barring all the injuries that he faced on that team. And they got rid of, was it Laramie Tunsil? Tunsil, and but they added more weapons at the wide receiver spot, so I'm a little. It is a shaky 8. I'm not as confident as I'd like to be putting him there, but again, with the production that we still saw out of him, given his bar was set so high after his rookie year, I still like CJ Stroud coming into this year.
Going back to the Herbert thing, like, I just think that LA would be in such desolate wasteland if it wasn't for Justin Herbert, personally. Like, I do think he is kind of that team. Lad McConkey helps. They added, I think, another weapon. I think they added Trey Harris, and you still have Quentin Johnston. I think they added a tight end in free agency. But with that, put another quarterback in there with what he had last season, that team was very rough. Like,
I think they drafted a tight end. Didn't they draft?
Maybe. I don't know who they drafted, but they drafted
not the kid from Michigan, the other one. No, did they draft Colston Loveland?
No. That's the Bears, my friend. That is the Bears.
Oh.
That is the Bears.
Oh, Omarion Hampton.
Yeah, Omarion, the running back.
Yeah. But okay. No, I'm okay with Justin Herbert. He's edging my list. But keep going.
The thing I want to say is that, like, some people like over like hype Herbert. You want Herbert over a lot of bunch of guys, like Herbert or Darnold. Herbert, right? Herbert or Purdy.
Talent-wise, I'd probably go Herbert.
You're just taking them in a vacuum. Herbert or Purdy, right. Herbert. Right? Herbert, Tua in a vacuum.
Herbert.
Like, Herbert, Caleb Williams in a vacuum.
Right. Herbert or who?
Caleb Williams in a vacuum.
Oh, yeah, Herbert.
So when you start to do it like that, you kind of start putting him up there. That's how I came to that conclusion. My number 9 is CJ Stroud. Like we both said, didn't have the best year, right? I think he's still really good.
Right.
They give him all the weapons now. He has wide receivers. Still doesn't really have an O-line. But, I mean, there's a lot of ceiling for C.J. Stroud as long as the Texans don't screw him over. That's who my 9 is.
I think I just had this debate. Funny enough that you said Herbert or Purdy, and so for the sake of the answer that I just gave you, I think I have to go with Herbert at 9, and then I'm just going to turn around and tell you that I have Purdy at 10.
Oh wow, you are so much nicer than me.
Well, yeah, you look at production, and I know the production lacked last year. Purdy didn't. It was just overall production. The defense fell apart last year. It was some troubling times in San Francisco, but that didn't make Purdy any less of a reliable quarterback than he was in the past. So I know we're going into this season, and it was lackluster last season, but I still have the faith in Purdy that I do in C.J. Stroud after his offseason. And granted, he was in a worse league or worse division. That's kind of my argument for that. But let me hear who you have at 10.
My 10 is Jared Goff.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. Goff sits on the outside for me just because of the ups and downs that he had through the season last year. And it almost feels like a Justin Herbert playoff performance that he had during the season.
Yeah, sometimes that happens too, where it's very much like the Minnesota year where Minnesota was like really good. They had all these one score wins, and everyone's like, they're not that good. But it's like you looked at Detroit, but Detroit was so banged up on defense, man. And then you got dealt the nastiest card in the deck of Jaden Daniels. Like, that sucks, you know?
Yeah, but they also have the opportunity. Like, he has the opportunity to come back this year and be an MVP candidate with the team that they've got stacked up for this year. So he's got the chance to prove that he could be in a top 5 conversation by the end of next year. So it's nothing but up for Jared Goff, in my opinion.
At 11 and 12, just for fun, just because I put them here. At 11, I put Bo Nix, and 12, I put Jordan Love.
Whoa!
Thank you for listening.
Holy airball!
Not an airball.
Totally an airball.
It's a deep 3. I don't know if we were watching it. I don't know if we were watching the same games, but I freaking loved Bo Nix.
I mean, Bo Nix is going to be a star in this league. He is just not he's not 11. He's not 11 right now. Neither is Jordan Love going into this year.
Bo Nix was 12th in passing yards this past season. Okay. He was 15th in completion percentage, right along the same lines of Herbert and Purdy. Let's go number of tutties. Bo Nix was 6. He was 6 in touchdowns. You know, like, he was right there with Jaden Daniels. And he was working with less. He took 48. He took, I'm trying to see the number here. Where did he go? You know, like, Sean Payton knows what he's doing with quarterbacks. After this past season, I'm gonna take the upside of Bo Nix going into year 2 with more weapons. That insane Broncos defense. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Bo Nix.
I think he's kind of the same argument that I'm having for Jared Goff. Like, he's got the opportunity to show that level. I just don't think believe. I just don't think he's there yet. Yet is key word. But I've got Jared Goff at 11 for your entertainment. Oh my gosh, who did I just have at 12? Matthew Stafford at 12.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stafford wasn't so banged up / old. I would put Stafford a lot higher on this list.
His production was great last year.
It was great.
Probably the best part of that offense for the for the
I think Matthew
Rams.
Stafford's probably 14 for me, 14th. Probably in between him and Love. Like, I don't know
I'm
who.
picking Stafford over Love right going into this season. Come
Like,
on.
I'm putting quarterback who they are in a vacuum.
Who they
I'm
are coming into this season.
I'm probably still taking. I'm a big Jordan Love believer.
I love Jordan Love. I was so high on Green Bay this past year. He just was unimpressive. Got injured, but was unimpressive.
See, that's why we stopped at 10 because now if we get to 11 and 20, there's just so much just trash.
But at that point, it does.
Trash is a bad word, but you're trying to like. It's just like it gets nasty. Like we have a essentially like the same top 9.
Yeah.
Minus Goff and Purdy, but like you get to 11 and 20, and it's just you're sifting to find who you like.
Right. So, but it's a great quarterback league right now. The quarterbacks in the league are pretty darn great with a couple of young guys on the come up. So it's a fun time. So,
all right.
Speaking of fun times,
top 5.
We're going to the top 5. We're going to the top 5 NCAA or just college football entrances. We're not doing the video games.
Entrances.
College football entrances. Are we doing like a draft?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Are we flipping? Are we doing rock, paper, scissors?
I went first last time, so it's your turn to go first.
Alrighty. I think that you're gonna take it first if I don't. So I'm doing Enter Sandman.
Yeah, that was one
from Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that was my 1-1.
Yeah, I had to know it. Had to know it was coming.
Yeah.
So,
for me, my 1-1, I'm gonna take Texas A&M and Power, and then my 2, I'm gonna take Sandstorm, South Carolina. It's a little bit of a 2-parter of not Sandstorm. It's the Sandstorm is what they play before kickoff, not when they enter the field. When they enter the field, they play the 2001 Space Odyssey, and the Gamecock rises up, and the whole crowd goes crazy. And then the team enters the field as he's on top of a car as they drive out.
Okay.
I love the South Carolina one there.
All right. So for my 2, I'm going Clemson.
Yeah, down the hill's good.
Going Howard's Rock. And I just had in Florida State.
Dang.
With the Renegade. The horseback. The spear, the tomahawk chant. What did I say?
Renegade.
I say, yeah, Osceola and Renegade on horseback. Sorry.
Oh, is the horse's name Renegade? Or is the horse's name Friday? I guess.
But yeah, I think
I think I'm cooked, DJ. Unless
you are cooked, but I just gotta maybe I'll even put the clip in. Just when Florida State is good, man.
Yeah, that place is
Florida
rocking.
State is one of the rowdiest places to be. When that chant goes on, the memes of Florida State in the college football game.
I wish I could take back my South Carolina pick. That's gonna kill me.
It is just.
Well, we're gonna go. We're gonna go
awesome.
We're gonna go heavy hitters here. We're gonna go Tennessee running through the T.
Yeah.
Especially that Halloween, that eerie Rocky Top, and then I'm gonna have Penn State specifically when they run out for the whiteout. Penn State when you hear the Into the Air Tonight, they hit all the drums, and then when they run out, they have fireworks and everything. Penn State, specifically the whiteout, is who I'm going with there. Your last pick. No, 2 picks, 4 and 5.
my last picks here. Ugh. All right, I think I'm gonna go Auburn in the War Eagle.
Eagle, that's a good one.
And then I'm gonna go a classic, traditional. I gotta go Notre Dame coming in to Here Come the Irish.
Ah, it's a good one. I'm surprised you left this one on the board, DJ. Give
Hold
me
on.
Colorado in the Ralphie run.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah,
Oh, I might have battled back. I might have
yeah.
battled back to have a fighting chance.
I think
I think you get
my
it, depending on how the people vote. But
yeah, that was a
we
good fight back. I
those are
do
we
like
both
Colorado.
we both have a bad
The
pick.
duck on the motorcycle is
Yeah,
always a classic too.
I had
I
Oregon.
I missed
I had
that one. That was wide right.
I had Nebraska and the Go Big Red chant that they do.
Yeah,
Slash the tunnel walk that they do. I have Baylor in the Baylor line when the students run. That's a great tradition.
that's a great one. That's a
When
great
the
tradition.
team runs out to all their peers and the students. That's really cool.
Yep.
I had Ohio State dotting the I, right? The whole thing that comes with that.
Yeah, That's a good one.
It's
The Michigan.
It's part of the ceremony. Yeah, when they slap
Yeah,
the M Club supports
Michigan
you.
Club. Yeah.
Yep.
Those are a good one. I actually forgot. Well, when do they do Script Ohio? I forgot the order in which that's done.
If I could take
I guess-
one pick back, I would like to take South Carolina. That South Carolina pick at 2 was bad. That's bad drafting. But I
No,
battled back.
it happens.
I can't believe I missed the Clemson one. But man,
And then
Tennessee.
Florida State too.
I got Tennessee, Penn State, Colorado.
Yeah, one specific one for Penn State, and so like I get why you picked that one, but the Saturday night runouts every day to Penn State aren't a big like you hit heavy.
I know, but
your one big smack was the Penn State white out. But every
Yeah.
other time you're just throwing jabs with that Penn State run out. So we'll see how the people voted, but I am just gonna get ahead of myself and claim that one. And I needed it. I needed it after after the Fourth of July.
4th of July, I took in lunch money.
Yeah, you did. So
I guess the next thing is like obviously me and you are coming up with these, but for those listening, let us know what we should do next. What's your top 5 that you want? Right? Do you want top 5 fast food chains? You want top 5 sodas? You want top 5 candies? You want top 5 food items? 1-1 Supreme 1-1 Crunch Wrap? Like, what do you want to hear, people? Let us know. It's tough coming up with these because I'm trying to keep some of them sports related, but
sometimes you just need to go personal. Sometimes you just need to be personal. Let the people know.
The new college football game. I'm like, we had to get one out there.
So, well, got it out there. We did. So, Jacob, wonderful podcast tonight. Thank you all for listening. Any last comments? Nope.
Negative.
Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're on all platforms: X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
We're on
like,
Facebook?
comment, subscribe. Yeah.
Okay.
It's somewhere in there. I probably had to log in for it. So, but leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for listening. He has been Jacob Prail. I have been DJ McCaffrey. Thank you for listening to The Deal with D and J.